Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott. Join us every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Learn more about the Experience community at our website, local.theexperience.video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Experience is brought to you each week by these great sponsors. Present Gifting believes relationships are important. Moments matter. Join the early VIP access list at presentgifting.com. The Gillot Home Team. Their mission is to deliver the key to home ownership through stellar customer service, integrity, and joy. Learn more at teamgillot.com. Capital Mortgage Source. Your trusted mortgage professional is just a click away. Learn more at capitalmortgagesource.com and call the office at 541-829-8042. James Reed & Associates, specializing in comprehensive coverage for nonprofits, ministries, small businesses, and personal lines of coverage. JamesReedAgency.com. Call the office at 503-588-8229. And now let's get on with the show.
Hey, here we are live. Welcome everybody to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. And yes, this is a better start than our last show. So we're excited to be here with you. You can hopefully hear us and see us and all is good. Scott, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. And when you're talking about our last show, that was Instagram Live. This is the Experience Backstage that we do every Wednesday right before this show. And we talk with Sri Mahabir, who is a video expert. And we love to bring her in and get her insights. She's just down the road from me here. I'm in Waco and she's in Houston. And it's always great. But for some reason, Instagram was just having issues this morning. And, you know, we've had that in the past. And that's a part of live video. And I look forward to the tips next week from Sri about what do you do when these things happen.
Exactly. And I'm so grateful that, you know what, we have learned how to just keep rolling. When things happen, you know, that's all. And next week, it'll just add extra material to Shri's list to talk to us about. But honestly, I was a little befuddled this morning with all of that. But you know what? We made it happen because life happened. And then I chose to keep moving. And so we're all ready to go.
You know, I go back to the days when I was in the bank, and banking is very regulated and you're dealing with other people's money, and there's a lot of security issues and things to be concerned about. And we would, you know, so you have procedures, and sometimes things go wrong. Computer things happen, messenger deliveries, happen, you know, don't happen or happen at the wrong time. And, you know, some of my employees would get, really worked up because it's not according to manual. And my response always was, is anybody going to die? No. Then you know what? It's okay.
I am really glad nobody's going to die over it too. I am super happy to hear that.
Right. You know, if Instagram Live doesn't happen, nobody's going to die.
No. And you know what? I keep smiling through it all. You know what? It's just life happens. That's it. I'm telling you, you just keep going. And like you said, that is a great perspective, Scott. That is a great perspective. You know, life is not going to come to an end because of that. So, and that's something that is you learn over the years, because a lot of times I think when you're young and things don't go well in your young adulthood, sometimes you feel that way, like everything's going to come to an end because you're not able to get something done. And I think you learn through experience, right?
We just get very concerned. And again, it's the things that you have control over, the things that you don't have control over. But even the things that you have control over, if they don't get done, let's say you're having some friends over and you forgot to run the dishwasher. And so now you don't have enough plates for everybody, or you have a dish full of sinks. Maybe it's a little embarrassing, but you know what? Your friends will forgive you. It's okay. You don't need to take it out on somebody, right? And this is what happens is the difference between reacting and responding. Reacting is that emotional, visceral moment where you maybe snap at somebody, but responding, this is where it's more intellectual, more thought out, a little bit more controlled about how you reply verbally or emotionally, the facial expressions and everything. So, but as you say, and this is a great lead in, life happens and then you choose.
That's right. And if you haven't got your copy yet, pick it up on Amazon. But hey, Scott, I wanted to just say,
yeah,
welcome to 2026. Super excited. You and I are kind of starting things off here for the new year on the experience. And tell us all about, there's some amazing things going on in your life. Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
Well, I'll tell you, the most immediate thing is we've got PodFest coming up next week, the 15th to the 18th, Orlando, Florida. I get to be a speaker there, very humbled and honored to be able to be there and presenting my topic, how to add radio to your podcast distribution and attract sponsors. And we're getting some good traction over that. A number of people have RSVP'd. We've got good comments, good engagement. And so I'm looking forward to that. The highlight of PodFest is that Russ is flying from one side of the continent to the other, from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, and he's going to be there. We've got a KOA cabin right down the road from the conference there, the convention center at the hotel. Russ is going to be there. I'm going to be there. Mike Asherbrainer is going to be there, and I believe Kevin Smith is also going to be joining us in the cabin.
Well, it's going to be a party, I'm telling you, and I'm looking forward to it. And you know what? I mean, if I have to fly all the way across the country just to see you, Scott, I'm going to do it. I'm also really excited. We were just talking about life happens and then you choose.
That's right.
I just signed up they have a whole author platform there that I'm going to be part of. Well, at least I hope I'm going to be part of it. But I signed up for it for PodFest, so that'll be fun. So I'll be able to take a couple of my books, and it's just networking with other authors and gleaning information and supporting and helping other people. And I think it'll be a lot of fun, but also at the same time, you can kind of promote your book. Can't sell it, but you can kind of promote it while you're there. So it should be fun.
Yeah, I saw that and I decided I needed to get involved in that as well. I need to be a part of that, and I'll bring a couple copies of the books, Business Networking for Students, and also the Independent Planner. And so I'm looking forward to that opportunity just to meet some of the other podcaster authors out there.
Exactly. Well, and we can always learn more. I've learned that over the years with you, Scott. I learn so much from you all the time, but always trying to learn from other people that have done things. And, I'm going to bring Befuddled and obviously Life Happens and Then You Choose. I'm just going to bring those two. But I am excited to hear what other people are doing, to learn what they've done, because there's a lot of little tricks you learn along the way that maybe you just didn't know through the process. So next time around, or even with the current projects you got going, you can make adjustments, right?
Yeah, like for instance, for this show and other shows, we use a platform called StreamYard, and that allows us to not only record, but also to broadcast live into multiple channels. So from one system, one platform, we're able to create this show, send it into Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and then have a recording that we can use in other places. But we've been doing this for 5 years, Russ, something like that now.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that StreamYard has added features from the time that we started. Not surprising, right? And I know that I am not using the features that are out there to the best that I can. So I put a message into the PodFest community saying, hey, I use StreamYard. Who else uses StreamYard? And what tips, tricks, and ideas do you have that you can offer?
Yeah, that actually is interesting, because just you bringing that up, we should put together, maybe I get some points off this one, maybe you should put together a meetup of StreamYarders.
Do it.
Because
absolutely.
I think that would be a good one. Maybe after the show, we'll talk about timing, so I know on that. But yeah, anyway, I'm super excited about getting that information from other people. Also, something that I'm always looking for is ways to increase engagement, because everybody gets so busy and they get flooded with stuff. And it's hard to keep constant engagement with things, even when, I mean, Scott, with Ever's help, who's amazing, we are constantly putting out word and things, and I'm constantly tagging people, and we get engagement for sure, but not at the level sometimes that I would like to see. So those are things we can learn about and grow with, people that maybe are doing better in those areas. So yeah, really excited about that. Also excited to meet some great friends that I've never been in the same room with in 3D. So going to hang out with Leo York, going to hang out with Mike Asherbranner, and let's see, Brian Shulman's going to be there. So
Yep,
been known him for years. Never met Brian Shulman in person, so that'll be a lot of fun. Lots of great things like that.
Brian was guest number 1 on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott in January of 2021. That's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, 5 full years. Now we're beginning year 6 of the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. And so, yeah, Brian Shulman was our first guest, and he was in San Diego at the time. He was living in San Diego, and this show records, and goes live at 7 a.m. Pacific time, which is not a good time for Brian, but he, out of the love of his heart, joined the show.
I was so grateful for that. Yes, that was definitely not his time. For me, I mean, this is like, I've been up for hours by 7 a.m. So, but right. Brian, not so much. So
yeah, it's coming close to lunchtime for you at 7 a.m.
Getting close. But Scott, you've also got some new projects going. Talk about your present gifting.
Yeah, present gifting, and that is we're sponsoring the Experience Live with Russ and Scott here. I'm excited about this. This is present gifting. We believe that relationships are important and that moments matter. The gifts that we give are just those tangible reminders and of the relationship. So what we're doing with present gifting, the goal is that you can go into the system, get a free account. It's always a free service. List the important people in your life and the important events. So I can put in my wife and her birthday and Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and our anniversary. I can put in my mother-in-law, so her birthday and those different things. I can put in event reminders for, I can put Russ in there and say, you know what, January of 2021 was our first show, and I just want to send a little message reminder. And so what'll happen is I load these things up, and then I'll get little gentle reminders, an email or a text that says, hey, Scott, your anniversary is coming up in 6 weeks. And then eventually we'll add gift suggestions in there as well. But the main thing is just to be able to say, hey, don't forget your anniversary with Experience and Live with Russ and Scott is coming up. Send Russ a text, send him an email. And all that's going to be loaded in there.
I think it's a lot cheaper than marriage counseling. And so I think it's a good way to go because, if you forget your anniversary, you're in big trouble. So if you need help with that, present gifting is the place to go.
Presentgifting.com. Sign up for the VIP. This all come back, Russ. So there in Corvallis on 9th Street is Expressions in Bloom, a flower shop owned by Twyla Boundy. And I was in there one day buying flowers for my wife because it was her birthday was coming up. Her birthday is at the end of February, right after Valentine's Day. So, I was going in there to get flowers, but it's like, we just have Valentine's Day. We got this. Mother's Day comes up in May, then our anniversary in August. Is there a service like I can sit down with you and just load in all of these important things and even give you my credit card and a budget so that I could just like pre-select gifts? And then you just go, oh, by the way, do you still want to spend this much on flowers for your anniversary? And is this the right address? And I could just say yes. I asked Twyla, do you have something like that? She says, no, but it would be great. Well, here it is years later. The timing came right. The team came together, and now we're building present gifting, and we've got a wait list right now for the VIP wait list. So presentgifting.com, you can go in and you can sign up and register and get started. And as soon as it goes live, you're going to be the first ones there.
Yeah, no, I think that was a super great idea. Super great idea, because I think that, everybody needs something to kind of keep them on track with that kind of stuff. And I know that we all get busy, Scott, and I do, and it's hard to keep all these things happening. So,
A very simple example was I was talking to my friend here. He's got in his organization, so he's got this administrative assistant who is integral to his business. Has been there for years. Great, she does great. She's involved in the community, and it was her work anniversary coming up. Well, he wanted to do something really nice for her, but time all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is tomorrow. And so now he had to scramble to try to put something together for, it was like a 5-year, 10-year anniversary, something like that, a big moment. And he's like, Scott, if I had this, I could have been prepared. We could have got things set up. I wouldn't, it's not that he forgot her. It's just that you think, oh yeah, I'll get to that. But all of a sudden getting that is tomorrow.
Yeah. I think that, you were talking about Twyla, and she's a great friend. I'm just thinking back to that, that whole thing. She is the kind of person that's going to take your idea too and probably go running with it when you get it ready. You get ready, she'll probably say, hey, I'm going to start using present gifting, because, even flower shops and places like that could tap into this great idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know for me, if it wasn't for Facebook birthdays, I wouldn't remember anybody's birthday. I would remember my wife's and my kids. I'd remember those.
Yeah,
but outside of that, I might have some trouble.
It's and as we say, the relationships are important, and those moments matter. Yeah. And so it's not that the person isn't important to you; they are important. But I tell you, time just marches on. Because here it is, Russ, 2026. We're starting year 6 of the experience. Who would have thought?
I know it. I am just like blown away that it's 2026. So I remember like it was yesterday when we went to the year 2000 and everybody thought the world was going to shut down. That doesn't seem like that long ago.
That's right.
And so now it's 2026. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I remember I was in high school, and I did the math to say, how old will I be at the year 2000? Because, right, I mean, back in the 70s, you thought, oh, that's way the heck out there. And I did the math, and I was going to be in my 30s. And I thought, wow, I'll be an old man 26 years ago.
Yes.
I was a young man.
I'm trying to remember how old I was. I do know this, that we had both kids. They were small, and I had this wild idea, Scott, in 1999. I thought, I'm going to just run a paper route for Christmas money, just in the winter till Christmas. Right. And I'm going to see what it's like. That was, oh my goodness. I actually went through the year 2000, and everybody wanted like 5 papers because it was the new year. So they wanted extra papers. So delivering was crazy, but the whole thing was, I learned, this is where life happens. And then you learn that was not a good way to save money, because it really played havoc on my body. Working a 10-hour a day job during the day, and then going to bed for a few hours and getting up in the middle of the night to deliver papers is not good for your longevity. Let me just tell you, or for your car.
Oh boy. That's great.
What memories. Well, hey,
this is great stuff.
We have some great guests coming up here in 2026. And I just want to encourage people, please, please, please continue to share out all that you see. We have so many social media posts, ads going out, reminding people, if you're interested at all in being a guest, or you would like to be a sponsor of the show, reach out to us. Or if you just have questions about the show, the experience Live with Russ and Scott is all about the experience of life. So it's kind of a general theme, but it gives you the opportunity to let people know what you're doing. And that is the beautiful thing. And we have, Scott, the most remarkable guests, as you would say, right? It's amazing,
Absolutely.
the value.
Yeah. I see Leanna's coming there, Duluth, Minnesota.
Yes.
I was just thinking 2 days ago, we had a record temperature here in Waco, Texas, a record high that was, I think it was back in the 50s or even before that. It was like 87 degrees here. And so.
Oh my goodness. You're kidding me.
Yeah. It's 50 degrees today, but sunny. It's going to be a beautiful day. But I feel for Leanna and the weather there in the Northlands.
Oh my goodness. Yes. It's getting very, very, very cold there. Well, my beautiful wife and I just went to the Oregon coast a week ago, and it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. We drove up the coastline. It was for December in Oregon. It was amazing, amazing. And I don't remember what the temperatures were, but they were very, very decent, right? It wasn't like hot, but it was definitely you didn't have to wear coats. Let's put it that way. It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of things do you have coming up? You've got the book you launched last year, Life Happens and Then You Choose. You've been having book signings. The book is a bestseller, and you're getting some great comments, some good feedback from folks.
Yeah.
What do you have planned coming up? Because one of the things that you've done in the past is been a speaker, so people can hire you to bring you in and provide inspiration.
That's right.
This.
Well, and I am completely already moving in that direction. I've already, I'll be speaking again at the cancer conference this year. Been speaking at some things here early in the year. So it all is really around the live streaming and speaking is really my focus now. Coming out of a year of really lows and really highs with the cancer journey. It was a great year in 2025. It ended awesome. No sign of disease with the cancer. But, it really is a kind of a year to reevaluate and to really move the directions I really think that God wants to use me the most. And that is definitely in speaking, inspiring people, using my book. That's what it's really all about. You know what? I'm going to be utilizing my book. I've already spoke from my book. And usually when I go into a large company, or a conference, they'll buy my book for everybody, and then I'll speak on that. And so planning to do that this year. Still be doing a little bit of coaching, but to be completely honest with you, I've been moving a little bit away from the coaching and more towards the speaking and obviously the live streaming. I love this because I love people, and I just get to be around people doing that. So it's just amazing. So that's really my plans for the new year. And I'm really excited. I think God's got all kinds of opportunity out there, and we just have to take advantage of it. And step by step, things are coming together. And the new year started off great, Scott.
Well, that's great. So if people are event planners or they know an event and want to connect you up to the event planner, then email or LinkedIn is probably a good way to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So people can, russhedge.com is the best place to go for me, or russ@russhedge.com for my email. I love LinkedIn. So just look up Russ Hedge on there. And Scott, you can always reach him at dscottsmith.com. Scott, besides the Podfest and besides the present gifting, what other things do you have in line here for the new year?
Well, I'm excited for a concept that we're building right now as well. And that's for a game show, a live game show. And we would do it, we'll record it. We'll actually use StreamYard. But it's so far, it's been a lot of fun. And remember Highlights for Children? Remember the magazine Highlights for Children? When you go to the doctor's, the dentist's office, you would get that in there. And there would be these drawings. and there'd be two identical drawings, except that there were some differences between one and the other, right?
Right.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're creating a program that my wife actually named called What's the Difference? What's the Difference? And so contestants then will have, we'll put a picture up that's got two sides. It's got the left picture and then the right picture that is identical except for a number of changes. And they'll have 30 seconds then to identify those changes and then what's different. And then we'll see who wins. And so we're looking forward to putting that together here in 2026.
That sounds like a ton of fun.
What's the difference? Yeah.
Yeah. So is that going to be, do you know when in 2026 you're hoping to bring that out?
Probably middle of the year. We've got, with present gifting, I need to put some focus on that. And then we'll do some development. We'll do some testing. So people out there can look and see when the opportunities are to be one of our test contestants on this as we do some practice with it.
Contestants.
Test
I like
contestants,
that. Yeah. I want to be a test contestant. Ooh, pick me. Well, Scott, I know that you and I also have big plans as far as connecting, building community, being on other people's podcasts, besides the things we're doing. For those of you that are watching, if you have your own podcast, please let us know. We would love to join in. And I just got to say, hey to Kenny, savor the flavor, buddy. Great to see you. Oh man, I tell you, it's a new year, bud. So glad to have you here. And yes, all of our guests, I'm telling you, we are so blessed with the community that we have here. And just keep spreading the word, everybody, and let people know. Please like and share everywhere you go about the experience, because we are everywhere, not only LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, but we are also on audio podcast pretty much everywhere. So check that out. And Kenny, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you. I want to put something up, Scott, that I forgot to put it before, or I forgot to talk about it. And that is more information about us. Go to local.theexperience.video, local.theexperience.video. You can find out about The Experience Live on Wednesdays, our flagship show. You can find out about The Experience Local, which is Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific or 11 a.m. Texas Standard Time. And you can find out about The Experience Backstage. You can find out about Waco Experience. You can find out about Scott's and my other shows and platforms. So it's a great place to connect with us. Also, please, if you don't do it straight at local.theexperience.video, go to theexperience.video to our YouTube page and subscribe, because I'm telling you, there's thousands of people on there that you want to check out. So it's a great place to go. Right, Scott?
Oh, absolutely. And just, I'm excited for so many things that are coming on. I know that there's more opportunities for people to bring you in as a guest speaker, for people to check out the book, go to your website, learn more about how to get you as a speaker at events. And I'm just going to put up, let me just put up an image here. You can put it on the screen here in just a second. All right. There you go. So if you want to add that to the screen, I'm sharing.
Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Just a second. I see it.
All right.
There it is.
Russ, you have 30 seconds. Spot. What's the difference between photo 1 and photo 2?
There's shoes, or there's cats or birds on the ground. There's birds on the ground. Oh, is there more than that? Oh, there's a person in the background.
Yep, there you go.
It's Santa Claus. It's Santa
Claus in the background. Yep. That's 2. That's 2. You're doing good. Time's running.
And there is, let's see here. There's a third thing. Let's see. I'm looking. Wow. I'm missing the last thing.
It's a little hard to tell, but I'll just tell you that the logo on the building is in photo 1 is VW. It's a BMW. In the second photo,
Beamer.
the car behind the gold Mustang is red, and then it's blue in photo 2. And it's hard to tell on your screen there, but right above the cats, there's a license plate on that VW Bug, and there isn't on the first one. So those are the things. So anyway, there you go. That's what's the difference?
What is the difference? That's it. Well, I tell you, I'm gonna have to work on that and make sure that I'm ready to go next time. It's hard to see some of that stuff, like you said. Definitely hard to see.
That's the idea. You want something easy like the cats, right? And Santa Claus in the window. That's kind of easy. But it's what it is it gives us you got a competition, right, between two contestants trying to spot all of the differences in a short period of time. But the audience at home gets to play as well. They get to look and they're saying, what do you see? What do I see? What do I see? And then when you're giving your responses, you're like, yep, the cats, that's right. Oh, yep, Santa Claus. Oh, come on. You can get the logo on the building, Russ. Come on, you see it. It's right there. Right. And so you want to make some that are easy and some that are a little more challenging. And what's the difference? That's so this is one we get to do. We're working. Hopefully we'll get this released mid-year.
I was watching a movie last night, and it's about a gal that does a podcast around mysteries, and she actually solves mysteries on her podcast. I thought that was kind of interesting. Unfortunately, you've got to put yourself in harm's way and solve a murder to do what she does, but I'm not sure I want to do that. But
I don't think so.
Anyway, but it looks very interesting. But I think this game show idea, great idea. I think that's definitely going to spark
It'll
interest.
be a lot of fun. Well, Russ, I'm looking forward to 2026. We start year 6 of the Experience Live with Russ and Scott every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 9 here in Central Time in Texas. And people can convert that to around the world. There are sponsorship opportunities. I want to thank all of our sponsors for being a part of this for Gillette Home Team. They were there from Laura Gillette was a part of the experience from the very beginning. James Reed and Associates, great insurance, nonprofits, missions organizations. Sometimes it's tough. James Reed is there for you. Capital Mortgage. People always need to buy houses, regardless of the economy. Refinance your house, maybe buy some rental property. Talk to the folks over at Capital Mortgage. And then Present Gifting. Get on our early VIP list, presentgifting.com. And remember those important people and those moments and events in their lives. Yeah! Now it's officially.
I say, yes. Got to start off with Kermit this year. And you know what? Besides that, everybody, we are listener supported. And thank you so much for all those who have supported us. And you can scan the QR code or go to the link in the comments. Give any amount that goes towards the production costs of our shows. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. And Scott, with that, I think we're going to head on out for this first episode. Any last parting words?
Well, I will see you Monday on the Experience Local, Believers in Business, and then I'll see you in Orlando.
That'll be awesome. And until then, enjoy life and enjoy
the experience.
Bye, everybody. See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.